Okay, so in this short tutorial video, I'm going to show you how the numbers rounds work on the site Ep4, which is, as I said before, the best anagramming website on the internet. So yeah, in the game countdown, you have numbers rounds as well as letters rounds. So this is how the numbers rounds work. Now to do this, I'm going to set up a short game that's only numbers against one of the bot players. You see the players here? Any player that's in blue is a bot, like Aptris Waldorf, Aptris Nude, and the weakest bot, Aptris Prune. So I'm going to send a custom challenge to Aptris Prune. You can only do these if you are a subscriber. If you're an unpaying member, you cannot set these kinds of challenges. Okay, so custom. We'll do numbers for contestant 2, which I believe is going to be me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should do it. Here we go. Send challenge. Okay. So there we go. There's the chat here if you want to talk to your opponent, but there's no real point. The rules, in case you're unsure, are over here. And we have 5 numbers rounds. And normally it would be in a standard game. There'd be 15 rounds. Consisting of 10 letters rounds, 4 numbers rounds, and a final conundrum scramble. But for this specific game, just to show you how the numbers work, we're going to do all numbers rounds, and we'll do one of each type. So play next round. There's the 5 different types of numbers: 6 small, 1 large, 2 large, 3 large, 4 large. So we'll start with what many people consider the simplest one, which is a 1 large. Okay, so here we go. So you click your selection, and there are your small numbers coming up, and finally the large number, which is 100 in this case. It could be any number from either 25, 50, 75, or 100. Now, these notes here are entirely useless. There's no point using them. What matters is this declaration box here. So to declare the targets like bang on, you press Control and space, and that declares the target bang on. So let's see, can we solve this? We need, oh yeah, it's 100 plus 2 by 8. So we'll do that now. 100 plus 2, and then times 8. So you do that first, and then commit to your answer, and then that calculation appears on the second line for later use. So now we do 102, then multiply that by 8. Then you don't need the other 3 numbers. Commit to that by clicking this bar here, and then you can see your calculation up here, and you submit your answer, and that's that done. Okay, so that's how the numbers works. We'll do another round though, just to solidify that. So this time we're going to try 2 large numbers. This is one of my favorite selections, and statistically it's the one where the target is most likely to be reachable compared with any other selection. So 2 large numbers. So you have 4 small numbers, there they are, and you got 75 and 25 this time, and your target 795. So once again, tap in your declaration immediately, 795, by pressing Control and space. If you need to change it at the last second, it's Control and up arrow to declare 1 away, or 2 away, or 3, or whatever you want. Back to the declaration, and if you need to go down from that target, again Control and down arrow to go to 794, 793, 792, whatever. We're going to try 795. Now, is that doable? Let's see. 800 minus 5. Ooh, this looks tricky to me. Where's my minus 5? Does 9 divide into it? Does 9 divide into it? We'll try 75 plus 25 for a start. 100. I want to take away 105. So maybe 99, 6. No, that won't work. 800 and then minus 5. This isn't going to work, is it? So 100 by 8. And you see, you get a lot of patience between each click, but be very careful you don't misclick. Equals, I'm going to misclick a number here just to show you what happens, right? So there's, say if I want to add 7 on, right? And then I change my mind and said, no, I want to add 9 on instead. Then just click the 9 and the 7, that'll work like. Okay, now next step, well, I can't get it. So just 9 plus 6, plus 7, sorry. 16, take that away, see where we land. Happy days. Yeah, so we ended up trying to fudge a solution, which you're allowed to do in the game. You know, there is scope for doing that. And we ended up 2 away from the target by mistake. Let's see, was it possible? So there's 80's Carol. She's the arithmetician for this particular game that we're in. And that's her way, so you can see it there, how she solved it. It wasn't the easiest. Okay, so we'll do another one. Here we go. We'll try 3 large this time. We'll leave the 2 most difficult selections to last. 2 most difficult selections are 4 large and 6 small. So 3 large is next. Here we go. Okay, so here are our numbers. There's the small ones and large ones are those 3, and our target 415. So again, control and space to go straight to declaration. See, is it possible? So you need 400. This is 500 minus 100. Yeah, it's easy. You do 10 by 50 is 500. Minus 100 is 400. Plus 25 is 425. Then take away 4 and 6 to make 415. So that's the method. Now, because I got it early, I'm going to press end round early. Okay? So here we go. End round early. So it's this. What was it? 50 times 10 equals 500. And be careful with the signs. Once you click a sign, you cannot unclick it. That's one of the most common reasons. And look, you can do this as well. It's 500 minus 100 plus 25 without pressing the equals button. And then minus 4 minus 6. So you're allowed to do that as well without committing to every single calculation. That's a shortcut that's allowed. And then you get the target. Lovely. Job done. Submit. Okay. So you can do that where you can continue a calculation like that. It's just when you have to multiply that gets tricky. So, you know, because you need brackets sometimes. Okay, next numbers round. We're going to go for 4 large this time. So 4 large numbers. Okay. You're going to get all of them, 25, 50, 75, and 100. They're always large numbers available. Our target 349. Let's click it straight in, see can we get it. So 350 minus 1, well, we have a 1. Where's that 350 though? 9 by 50 is 450 minus 100 is 350. So there you go. That will do it. Okay. But if you couldn't get it and you had to declare 1 away, then you'd do like control and up arrow to 350 say, and then just end round early and do that. Yeah. So 350 is what? 9 by 50. And then minus the 100, isn't it? That's 350. And then let's multiply by 1 for the buzz. Yay. So there's our declaration of 1 away, for which you'll get 7 points. So yeah, you get 10 points if you get the solution bang on. 7 points if you're within 5 either side. And you get 5 points if you're within 10 either side. But if you're further than 10 away from the target, you're not getting any points. Okay, so the final one we're going to do is probably my second favorite selection, which is 6 small. Here we go. I F these up sometimes, but sometimes it can be a weapon if I'm in the right frame of mind. 6 small. All right. It's a big target. 736. Does something go directly into it? 8 goes directly into it. It's 92 times 8, or else that would be what? 16 by 46? 16 by 46? Or 32 by 23. Let's try 32 by 23. 32 by 23. Oh, this is hard. 32 by 23. Maybe I'm better off going with, I don't know actually. We'll try 92. We'll try 92. Screw it. I'm out of ideas here. No. 9 plus. I'm not going to get this, am I? 9 plus 3 is 12 by 9 is 108. There's no way to get there. I'll try 12 by 8. It's what's that? 96. Oh yeah. No, I've effed up. Screw it. I made a balls of it. And when you make a balls of it, there's the only option you have is the indignity of pressing give up. So you gotta press that or you can't move on with the game. Give up. Made a balls of it. Go on, Carol, put me out of my misery. 92 by 8. So 18 by 590. See, it's so simple when you see her. I haven't done it. I went down I overthought that one, I think. I should have just stuck with the 92 by 8 and seen it through rather than looking at the other possibilities. But anyway, there we go. That's how the maths is done on Apterus. Lovely jubbly. And then you just end your game. There we go. Okay. So I hope that's offered some good insight into how to work that applet that pops up. Some people have difficulty with that at first. It can be quite daunting, especially the patience bar. Okay, so we're done. We may as well have a look as well before I go at some of the shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts you can use while picking the numbers. So while picking the numbers, instead of actually clicking on the selection you'd like, you can just press a number instead. So if you press 0 when you're about to choose the numbers, that will automatically get you 6 small. If you were to press the number 3, that will get you 3 large, 2 will get you 2 large, and so on. Just pressing on the amount of large numbers you'd like is a shortcut to making your number selection. Then, while the clock is running, you already know about control and space, control and up, control and down, but control and E is a shortcut to end round early. There we go. There's some of those shortcuts. I hope you enjoyed that short tutorial on how to play the numbers games, the countdown numbers games on Apterus. The next one I'm going to do is the same kind of thing except with conundrums. Okay, so I hope that helped you. Goodbye. Alright, I feel I should add an addendum onto this numbers video because I said a few things in the tutorial that I probably shouldn't have. Like, you might remember this. Don't use the notes section. They are no good for you. And this. Once again, the notes section is useless. Ignore it. And this. As you know by now, this bit here is entirely useless. Well, of the few comments that came in on that video, we got things like, for example, this from Hazel Drury, winner of Co-op 2018 and Future Series champion, where she was like, yeah, the notes box is great and so on. And then a slightly firmer comment there from musical genius Dan Byram, who's like, the note box is not useless, I use it pretty much every numbers round, so on and so forth. Yeah. Okay, so because I never used the note box myself, I just did a bit of investigating to see what all the fuss was about, and yeah, it can be handy, but it's probably not great for people who are beginners and also for people who are bad at maths. But if you're good at the numbers game, it can be a good shortcut for you. Okay, firstly you'll need a good understanding of the BODMAS or BIDMAS system, although the I or O doesn't really factor in Apterus because you don't use indices. So yeah, this page here explains it very well with some good examples. Because the thing about it is, when you're writing in your solution in the notes box, you've got to use those principles or else it won't work out for you. I'll give you a few examples of that anyway. So if you want to learn a bit about how to use the notes section in the numbers, there's on Apterus you go to the help section and then full help, and then you see the index of topics, and if you click on numbers methods, this text here goes through how to use the notes box to type in your solution. It tells you what symbols can and can't be used. So brackets can be round brackets, curvy brackets, or square brackets. Addition is denoted by plus, but it can also be denoted by the letter P as well if you don't want to have to use the shift key. Subtraction by the minus button or the dash if you like. Multiplication can be the asterisk or the X or the actual multiplication sign if you have one of those keyboards. and division is denoted by the /. Okay, so I'll show you some example rounds where you use the notes section and how it can be used to help you. So here we are. Let's type in our declaration immediately using control and space, and then see how this is done. So we want 9 by 100 plus 75 minus 9. So take 1 from the 100. So 100 minus 5 plus 4. You see, it's really hard to get it typed in time, isn't it? Yeah, difficult. So it would be 100 minus 5 plus 4 is 99 times 9, and then add 75. There you go. But yeah, it's hard to get all of that written down in the notes section in time, because you've got to first of all work out how to do it and then write down the notes in the correct manner. So it's very difficult. Try another one. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Okay, so tap in the declaration immediately using control space and then see can we get it. So 774 800 minus 26, is that doable? Oh yeah, it is. So 8 by 100 minus 8 by 100, 100 minus, what is it? 25 minus 1. So that should just auto-solve now because I typed in the declaration properly. There you go, it auto-solved because I typed it in the notes correctly. So that's how that would be done. Okay, tap in your declaration and see can you do it using the notes. So it's 390. So what's that? 500 minus 100 minus 10 would do it. So 10 by 50 minus 100 minus 5 by 2. 5 by 2. Does that work? That worked because the solution I typed in followed the rules of BIDMAS or BODMAS or BEDMAS or whatever you like yourself. Yeah, so I didn't need any brackets in that because all the multiplication was in the right spot and all. Okay, let's try this 6 small. So, see how we go. Let's go straight to declaration anyway. Now let's see how we get 157. 15 by 10 plus 7. Is that there? It is. So 5 by 3 by 10 plus 3 plus 4. And we do the p plus 3 plus 4. There we go. That's the Gavin method, by the way. The Gavin method. You see, that works. You put in the p. That's if you don't want to use the shift key to get the plus sign, then just you can do it using the p instead. So that works nicely. Let's try another one. We'll go 2 large this time. Or 1 large. Okay, 657, tap it straight in, see can we get it. 657, so by 9 would be 675, and then take away, is it 18 then? Oh, so 9 divides in totally. So 75 brackets, 75 minus 3 plus 1, close brackets, times 9 times 9. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, perfect. So that's a good one there where we used had to use the brackets to make that one work. If there were no brackets in that, it would have broken the BIDMAS rules and it wouldn't have worked. So can we do it first? 367, is that possible? 375, I need 8. No, that's 9. One away. I'll do it that one away. So 366 is what I'm going to declare. So 366. Okay, here we go. So that's 6 by 50. Yeah, 6 by 50 plus 75 I'll use plus P for plus 75. Or what do I do here? Minus. Oh, it's too late. Too late. So 6 by 50 is my 300 plus 75. Then I need to take away 9 to get that target. So divide them in, add that, and you get 9. Then take away your 9. There you are. You see, that's the thing about using these notes, is you really would have to have worked it out fast to be able to use Notebox in time. Now, here we go. Another way of using the Notebox would be to just kind of type in things that help you, like that, I don't know, 100 plus 50 minus 7 is what you're looking for, but you're not sure how to get it. So that will remind you of what, you know, what you're hoping to achieve. So the notes can be used that way as well, to give yourself reminders of what you want to do. And then when you're actually solving with the boxes, you can see up there the notes to kind of keep you on track. And then you want to take away 7, which is possible. Divide that, you get a 3, multiplied by 2, you got a 6, add a 1, you got a 7. And then take it away. Okay, so that's another way the Notebox can be used, to give yourself little friendly reminders of what you hope to achieve. Okay. There's something else Notebox can probably do as well, but I think this is probably cheating, so I'll show you anyway. I've never done this before. I'm not even sure if it works, but we'll try this. Okay, two large numbers, and one of them is 75. Yeah, one of them is 75. So let's say you didn't know your 75 times tables, but you had them noted somewhere. I wonder, could you copy all of these and put them into the notes box to help you? Oh, you can. That's kind of cheating though, isn't it? We don't really want to do that. So there, if you didn't know your 75 times tables, they're there in the note box for you to help you when you're solving the thing later. Do you know? So 121 is, you need 21 of those numbers, or 100. It's not as straightforward as I thought it was going to be, actually. 121, is this easy? So 10 by 4 maybe is a good start, or fuck it, 10 by 4 is 40 plus 70 is 115 and 86. Yeah, plus 6. Okay, so those 75 times tables posted up there didn't really help me. Now, I wonder what I just did there, pasting all that crap into the notes box, is that cheating? I think it is. What do you think? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think of that. But it's certainly something that you can do with the notes box. It's possible to paste shit in. So someone who's crap at their tables could potentially paste the tables in each time so they have them there handy. But I don't think that's ethical. I certainly wouldn't do it. Try another one. Here we go. So yeah, these calculations should all be on one line. So if you were to do a calculation like 7 by 5, for example, equals 35. There's no point doing that and then doing 35 by 2 equals 70 and so on. Like that, there's no point in that. That doesn't help your cause. What you want to do is do the entire sum on one line with no equals. So yeah, I haven't done the notes. My verdict on it is that, yeah, it works very well. It's quite efficient, and if you're fast at that, if you're good at the maths and you're fast at being able to write it in like that, then it can be useful for you. But if you're not good at the maths, that's going to be just a nightmare. But yes, I do accept Hazel and Dan's point that me saying the notes box was a load of bollocks or completely useless was blasphemy, and I would wholeheartedly apologize to Charlie for that, because Charlie doesn't make mistakes. He's just like some kind of a computing god, some kind of genius. He just doesn't make mistakes, aside from, of course, the obvious red thumbs on a Spoon of Awesome ticket. But I reckon We'll give him that one. It's the exception that proves the rule. Yeah, obviously, if there's anything that you think I've made a mess of or an omission, leave a comment below and I'll address it in a future tutorial. And I suppose all that's left to do is to thank Hazel and Dan for their contributions. And actually, let's check what Dan's at these days. Funky. Only 94 subscribers. I reckon we can get him to 100. Come on, let's do this. Gotta support your fellow countdowners. Right. May as well leave him. He may as well play us out, I suppose. Here we go. Take it away, Dan.